Hey, welcome to a new edition, a new episode, if you will, of Shayne and I. I'm Shayne, and here by myself. That's right, Max isn't here, he's on vacation, and it's just me. So hopefully you could bear with me, and just, give the guy a little slack, because I'm recording this all by myself. All by myself. So, if you like what we do, please hit that subscribe button, hit the little notification button, give us a thumbs up, and leave a comment. So there's some things we gotta talk about. Some big things. Let me see this camera angle here. He's getting, oh, there we go. We can put it back like that, and we're good. All right, so there's things we need to talk about. Got some interesting stuff coming up on the news wire. I was just reading the news today, actually, trying to find a topic for this video, and I got a couple of them. One, there's a guy in Kansas City. He's willing to pay $25,000 for people to set him up on a date. And if that date, well, to set him up on a date, if the date leads to an eventual relationship, the person gets $25,000, whoever set him up. The guy is 47 years old, and I'm going to tell you this, and you need to tell me if this sounds funny. He's 47 years old. He's a fairly quiet individual. He keeps to himself most of the time. He likes his online gaming community. And if you really want a piece, you gotta move to Kansas City because he's not willing to relocate. But hey, if you're a lady and you're interested in this guy, you are not eligible for the $25,000. You can submit what you want, but you're not eligible for the $25,000. Let me get the full spectrum of the story right here. Let's give you guys the full details of the story. I'm getting it off the interweb right now. And let's go. Here we go. Odd News. That's where I got this from. That's the name of the site, oddnews.com. Kansas man offering $25,000 to find him a girlfriend. An unlucky in love Kansas man is offering $25,000 reward for setting him up on a date that leads to having a girlfriend. Jeff Gabbert, 47, of Prairie Village. Jeff Gabbert, 47, of Prairie Village, Kansas, said he came up with this unusual dating scheme after some failed attempts at online dating and having his heart broken a few times. He thinks the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, which he's kind of right. It is. And he kept expecting to get different results out of doing online dating, so him and his buddy set up a website, datejeffg.com, and you could go and submit your application there. And if he dates and it leads to a relationship, you get $25,000. But if you're a woman who suggests themselves on the site, you're not eligible for the money. You're just eligible for his love. So it goes on to talk about how this guy is a quiet guy and he keeps to himself. And he likes his online gaming community. He's quiet and he keeps to himself. What does that tell you? Every serial killer in the world is quiet and they keep to themselves. That's how your body winds up hacked up in somebody's backyard, buried 6 feet under. They're quiet and they keep to themselves. No wonder why this guy can't keep a girlfriend. I bet this dude's actually a serial killer. And he set this whole thing up himself. There's no $25,000 at the end of this, right? You ain't gonna get no money because you're gonna be dead. You're gonna fill out your application, or your girlfriend's gonna fill out your application, and you're gonna go to Kansas City, Prairie Village, Kansas City, by the way, which I don't know how big that town is or anything like that, but it sounds like it's not a fun place to be. So you're gonna go there, you're gonna date this dude who probably is a serial killer. And you're going to wind up dead in his backyard. And there'll be no money. Your friend won't get any money. You're going to wind up on one of those shows on ID Discovery. That's how these things always happen, right? You wind up, you're just not going to be alive. Wow, that sounded harsh. I digress, though. Here we go back. Let's get back into this. So, this dude was tired of the online dating scene, which I could get because I'm kind of tired of it myself. But I ain't gonna offer anybody no 25 grand to set me up with a chick. I ain't gonna do it. And if Max was here, I could hear him saying, a chick, why do you gotta... Anyway, I'm by myself, so I can say whatever I want without anybody interfering. Max, if you're out there, Max is on his gem bear quest again. So maybe we'll do a video on him and his gem bear when he comes back. So yeah, man, $25,000. Whoever sets you up with this guy gets $25,000. Now, if you're in cahoots, right? If you scheme, right? It doesn't say how long you have to date this guy. It just says it has to lead to a relationship. So say maybe you're not really attracted to him, but you and your friend decide you really need $25,000. You could actually potentially just hang out with them for 6 months and break up with them for some trivial reason, and you're done. And you still get the $25,000. It doesn't say the time requirement. It just says it needs to lead to a relationship. I don't know about you, but to me, 6 months is a long relationship. I could be the only one here. But yeah, so think about that. Then you and your friend can split that 25 grand and go live in your life in Mexico, so you're not stuck in Prairie, Kansas City. Prairie Village, Kansas City, wherever that is. That's what I would do. So, I don't know. Max would say something different if he was here. Like I said, he's off at a gem fair and then he's going to Mexico. So maybe we could hear all about Max's travels when he comes back next month. So, what else is going on? Let's see. I got another article. Pooh Man is back in the news. Remember we talked about Pooh Man in the last video, how he was still at large? Well, here's the thing. Pooh Man is in Toronto, and he was just arrested. He was finally arrested for throwing buckets of poo on people. So Pooh Man got a little bored with doing poo art, and he decided to take it one step further. Here we go. I don't know if Pooh Man originally was from Toronto, but I think it's the same guy. Toronto man was arrested for allegedly throwing buckets of poo on people. 5 people were hit with poop on a spree. How do you get that much poo in a bucket to begin with? That's a lot of poo. 5 people. Buckets. Think about that. University students in Toronto have one less thing to be stressed about after a man accused of throwing buckets of poop on people was arrested. It started November 22nd when a man entered Robarts Library on the University of Toronto campus and threw a bucket of liquefied fecal matter on 2 people. Do you know how much poo you have to put in a bucket to throw on 2 people? And it's liquefied, so that means it wasn't like a solid poop. That means he threw liquid poo on people. Police services said in a press release. He was arrested shortly thereafter. He hit 3 more people and then he was arrested. And they're saying this could be the same guy that was Pooh Man that left the hospital after smeared poop all over the walls. He was homeless. He fit the description. So I think our buddy Pooh Man is now serving time. But think about that. Think about it, man. He threw 5 buckets of poo on people, liquefied. You know what you gotta do to get liquefied poop? And you're just sitting there and you're like, oh, well, it's a bucket. I mean, I can imagine if you're homeless and you gotta use a bucket to poo in anyway. But it's liquefied poop, and then you just decide you're gonna randomly throw it on people. Like, what goes through people's mind when they do stuff like that? I get Pooh Man. Pooh Man has been caught. Now they got him arrested on attempted on attempted assault. That's what he was arrested on. Attempted assault. Or assault. One of the two. But he's looking at a minimum of 3 years. That's crazy. Pooh Man. Come on, dude. It was one thing when you were smearing on the walls of the hospital, but now you're out there all willy-nilly throwing it on people. Come on, dude. We gotta figure this stuff out. But I guess Pooh Man isn't a thing anymore, so we don't gotta worry about him. So Pooh Man happened. The guy offered $25,000. Look, let me give you the website. If you're a girl out there and you want a quick 25 grand, you just got to date this guy in Prairie Village, Kansas City. And you got to have your friend enter him in the contest. So let me get that for you real quick. You're gonna go to create datejubg.com. That's datejubg.com. You submit your application, and then if it's approved and it leads to a relationship, then you could possibly get 25 grand. If you want to split that, like I said earlier, you could hustle it. And you could date him for like 6 months, break up with him, and you and your friend could split 25 grand. Listen, and the other thing is you might not even get the 25 grand because this guy could be a serial killer. So that's our little recap, right? Do with it what you want. Also, you don't got to worry about Pooh Man anymore if you live in Toronto. So there's some good news. Anyway, that is our episode for today. I hope you guys like it. Leave a comment down below. And until next time, America, don't poop yourself. All right.